Hello, everyone. So, for a wonderful and comedic recipe, all you need are three ingredients: Chip, Dale, and Donald Duck. Now, growing up and watching the Chip and Dale cartoons was always a delight. Now, I watched a lot of cartoons growing up, from the old slapstick cartoons to even some newer cartoons, and obviously I would say from various genres and various countries. But at the end of the day, Chip and Dale will always be one of my two favorite characters from Disney. And I remember certain days when I would watch Chip and Dale early in the morning when I was too young to go to school. And I remember one afternoon in particular where I was seated on the floor and eating apple slices, watching Chip and Dale. And I remember watching that Apple episode. So yeah, obviously, when I was young, I never watched all of the Chip and Dale episodes because there were a few that were not in the VHS version or the DVD version, and there's just a handful of them, but you can find them on YouTube now. But it would have been wonderful if they at least made one extra volume for Chip and Dale, because that would have been fantastic. All right then. So when it comes to these three characters, all you have to do is put them in a location, and voila, you got a wonderful story. And here's the thing: this works really well when it comes to just creating. You have a character like Donald Duck who has, oh my gosh, such a short temper. And then you have Chip and Dale, who are these uh, chipmunks who are mischievous, but at the same time, there are instances where if you provoke them, they will come after you. But then there's also this a few episodes where Chip and Dale were the instigators. Regardless on that, they are innocent, and even if they do something with curiosity, something wrong with curiosity, they're still not the bad guys, because the bad guy will be Donald Duck at the end of the episode, or maybe Pluto. At the end of the day, it's wonderful. It's really wonderful to look at the way it works, and obviously I can have a better video on this, but as someone who wants to write characters like this, you can really learn a lot from it. Even if you don't have anthropomorphic characters, you can still have that dynamic where you have these cute characters annoying a short-tempered character. And yeah, that's just how it is. And I love Donald Duck. When I was a kid, I loved Goofy, but growing up and rewatching some old Donald Duck cartoons and watching cartoons that I never watched before, oh my gosh, Donald Duck became one of my favorite out of the three, the big three: Mickey Mouse, Donald Duck, and Goofy. I mean, Mickey Mouse is cool, but he never really appealed to me. I know a lot of people love Mickey Mouse, but it turns out that even Donald Duck, way back in the day, was gaining more popularity than Mickey Mouse, which is pretty interesting. But that's the thing: Donald Duck was allowed to be who he is, this short-tempered character, and Mickey Mouse, cool character. He is Disney 101. Obviously, when you think of Disney, you think of Mickey Mouse, and obviously you think of Donald Duck and Goofy too, but mostly Mickey Mouse. He's the representative. He has to be a bit more cool. And I know there are some various cartoons that represented him in various ways. However, Mickey is more of the very, very, I would say, what's the word? I need to think of that word. But is a very simple character. And back then, I mean, this character was talking and singing. Obviously, a lot of people were completely enthralled. So what you can learn from Donald Duck is short-tempered characters are funny. What you can learn from Chip and Dale is cute characters can also be funny, and also the way of designing, because Chip and Dale had various designs throughout many shorts, and you can easily line them up properly in order, just without really looking at dates. It's pretty interesting. And honestly, cute designs. Disney has a lot of cute designs, and Chip and Dale are the cutest. Especially the type of shorts that have Chip and Dale with really chubby cheeks, really cute. And you can have cute characters that can be irksome to Donald Duck, or sorry, a character that's that's always angry. But even if you don't want to have cute characters, if you want to have an innocent character, you can do that as well. And if you are going to use anthropomorphic animals, I think you can also look at how Donald Duck is designed. Originally, Donald Duck never looked like how he does now. He was much more, well, he looked more like an animal, but he still had some anthropomorphism. Is that a word? Regardless on that, he did change with his design, and even Chip and Dale too. They were more like animals, and then they soon became more and more profound with anthropomorphism. And yeah, so at the end of the day, I've learned a lot from watching these cartoons, and hopefully others can learn from these characters as well, so it can better you. Sorry, my words are all over the place. I'm so sorry. It can make you a better writer, even if you're doing comics. I think this is perfect, especially for comics, if you want to have something that's slapstick. And well, when it comes to slapstick, I always have like a full on what do you call it? I'm forgetting stuff now. A spectrum, or you could say a ruler. And I would say Disney's cartoons, the old ones, the slapstick was there, but it wasn't like pretty heavy like the Looney Tunes cartoons. Nor was it like Tom and Jerry cartoons, where it was, oh my gosh, Tom and Jerry. If I have to put them on the spectrum, they would be top of the, well, sorry, not top. They would be like the most slapstick you can do. And then there's Looney Tunes behind them, and then there's Disney shorts, because Disney shorts were still cute, even if they had a bit of slapstick in it. It was always welcoming, not very like not very wild, with its slapstick. And that's the thing. Always remember that even if it wasn't uber violent, it's still fun to watch. And you can use a spectrum. You can use that spectrum of, putting those old cartoons together and seeing which one fits your style, which one fits your way of writing, really. And yeah, you can learn a lot from the old cartoons that way, not just with those three characters, but also various sorts of things as well. And I know some cartoons from the old days always, when you watch them now, it's like, oh, it feels like you're going on such a wild, wacky adventure. But honestly, it's just so fascinating and fun to watch. And if you just want to have a wonderful laugh, you can watch the Chip and Dale cartoons. Now, Rescue Rangers, you can learn a lot from Rescue Rangers. And maybe I should write a video, sorry, not write a video, record a video. What's going on today? Anyways, bye-bye.